Utopia, dystopia, and today's technology hosted by Johannes bringing a global conversation discussing technologies that affect us all.
Hello and welcome. My name is Johannes and I am the host of this show. Today I am here with Utpal Chakraborty and we will be talking about a topic that is a little bit more esoteric than the usual topics on the show, which is quantum consciousness. So Utpal is an AI and quantum scientist. He's the Chief Digital Officer at Allied Digital, former head of AI Yes Bank, AI Global Ambassador, top 20 AI key opinion leaders, fintech innovator, TEDx speaker, author of 6 books, Web3 blockchain researcher as well. Welcome, Utpal. I am very thrilled to have you here. I'm honored to speak with you today about a topic that has been on my mind for a very long time. It's been in the background. I have not done anything professional with it, but when I lived in the Boston area, I used to go to all of the talks on this topic. That there were a lot of them. Particularly, there were these people named Steven Pinker and also Daniel Dennett, who were there, who often gave talks on this topic, who had also a very peculiar view on the topic that I find strikingly wrong, but I can't say why, and this will lead to the first question. So they just to describe very quickly what they believe is that ultimately that if we build something, if we combine, say, ChatGPT that can predict language very well and can make sentences like we can, and that can behaviorally be indistinguishable from us, and we combine that, let's say, with a robot that can walk around and experience the world in a way that it has vision, it has vision, it can speak, it can even drive a car, it might be able to do everything that we can do behaviorally. Then consciousness will just sort of fall out of it. In fact, consciousness may not actually be a real thing. Daniel Dennett might have this extreme position. I find it extreme that consciousness is actually an illusion. That what we're doing is we're manipulating symbols, and we're really just syntactic machines, just sort of like our computers that we built. That we're in that way, that we're in the same kind, but that the computers that we've built thus far are not sufficiently sophisticated, or they don't have sufficiently multifunctional, and they're not artificial general intelligence, essentially, as we are. We're natural general intelligence. We can do multiple things. We can learn new things and so on. And that once we have built something that can do that, that consciousness sort of comes with it for free, or it isn't maybe even a real thing, but just an illusion. Now, I find there's something very wrong about this. I can't exactly, though, tell you what it is, right? So there's this question also, I think around 40 minutes into the video of the Google talks at Google, where John Searle speaks and Ray Kurzweil asked him this question.
We'll start with one question from Mr. Ray Kurzweil.
Well, thanks, John. I'm one of those guys. You've been debating this issue for 18 years, I think. And I would praise the Chinese room for its longevity, because it does really get at the apparent absurdity that some deterministic process like computation could possibly be responsible for something like thinking. And you point out the distinction of thinking between its effects and the subjective state, which is a synonym for consciousness. So I quoted you here in my book, Singularity is Near, at the equivalence of neurons and even brains with machines. So then I took your argument why a machine and a computer could not truly understand what it's doing and simply substituted human brain for computers, since you said they were equivalent, and neurotransmitter concentrations and related mechanisms for formal symbols, since they basically neurotransmitter concentrations, it's just a mechanistic concept. And so you wrote, with those substitutions, the human brain succeeds by manipulating neurotransmitter concentrations and other related mechanisms. The neurotransmitter concentrations and related mechanisms themselves are quite meaningless. They only have the meaning we have attached to them. The human brain knows nothing of this. It just shuffles the neurotransmitter concentrations and related mechanisms. Therefore, the human brain cannot have true understanding. So,
there's some interesting variations, on my original.
You're adding one cause too many by putting in the quale, the internal, subjective, mysterious whatchamacallit, isn't actually doing any work. So just divide through, let it go, and then you've got a good theory.
What do you say to that? Why is that wrong? What are we missing?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much, Johannes, for inviting me to this show. I'm really honored to be here and discussing a very, very interesting topic of my life. In fact, I've spent a lot of time doing some research on this topic, how quantum can have some kind of a relationship with our consciousness. And while doing this research, you can see, I tried to consult, of course, the spiritual angle. At the same time, as I am a scientist or a scientific person, so I have also explored the scientific angle to explain the consciousness and how it is related and how it is very, very fundamental to our existence or our life or our universe, whatever you can say. So to answer your question, and this is a very important question basically, and there are multiple schools of thoughts here. So of course, one is completely scientific. So one thought process is like the computation in our brain, okay? And that gives rise to consciousness. So that is one school of thoughts. Okay? But another school of thoughts, like which is also many of the scientists and the scientific community believes that is basically consciousness cannot be a computation. Okay, it is very intrinsic to the universe or to our existence. Okay, and it is very, very fundamental. Okay. Probably as fundamental as the universe itself, okay? And the consciousness started when the universe has started, okay? So it is not a biological phenomena, not at all. So that is another school of thought. And I am a supporter of that, but not in a spiritual way, rather in a scientific way. And when it comes to illusion, okay, I personally feel it cannot be illusion, because if consciousness is illusion, then our existence itself is illusion, or the universe itself is illusion, right? And again, if we see that everything is illusion, then probably again we are going back to the spiritual or the mystical thinking, like everything we see, everything we do, and all those things. This is part of the matrix or illusion, right? So I don't think so. It is not that. And normally, a human has a tendency to come to a very simplistic explanation of the universe or the system, but I think probably that may not be the case. Okay, we have to hold on to it for some time. Okay, do some more deep research rather than coming with a very simplistic conclusion. Okay, it is not about conclusion, taking a conclusion or a stand. No, consciousness is this, or consciousness is illusion, or it is intrinsic. No, let's hold on to it, give it some more time, more thought, and see what exactly it is, and explain it in a scientific way. So that is my approach. So in that way, if you look at like uh, uh, the human existence, or for that matter, the entire existence is built on something very, very basic or very, very fundamental. Because when we talk about the brain, okay, so as per scientific explanation, so we have got billions of neurons in our brain. And these neurons are connected with synapses, and there is a huge competition which is happening within the brain, and this competition actually gives rise to the consciousness. Okay, so this is again a modern approach, which most of the scientific community are beginning that. So, in that way, if you can build a machine, so or a computer, probably a couple of years from now, and we have got that much of competition, then that competition can give rise to kind of a consciousness, right? But I don't think so, because consciousness cannot be competition. So that is the most fundamental thing, because consciousness is more like your feelings, right? So kind of it is kind of a screen where the things are projected. Okay, so again, coming to a little bit of mystical thinking, and which is also, I think, very, very scientific, is kind of the uh, observer and observable kind of a concept. Okay, so consciousness is observer, which observes everything that is happening. It is only because of the consciousness we experience anything and everything, and in fact we exist, right? And anything and everything that we experience is observable, and these observables are being observed by our sense organs. Okay, so we have got different sense organs. Through these sense organs, we can observe those events. Okay, but when it comes to uh, observing, there should be some kind of a subject, right? Because all observables are objects. Okay, the subject which is observing is the consciousness. Okay, and you cannot deny it. You cannot say it is an illusion. Okay, so that's how I differ from the illusion theory that consciousness is just an illusion, or consciousness is just a brain phenomena. Okay, it is a competition which gives rise to a kind of what we feel kind of thing. And also, there are a lot of other things like the hard problem of consciousness. The hard problem of consciousness is basically, how do you define your emotions, okay, your empathy, your love, okay, and all of that things, okay. So that is also, you cannot define it through a principle where computation is the basis, right? So yeah, so that is my view.
So this hard problem of consciousness, I think this was David Chambers who.
The hard problem of consciousness is the problem of how physical processes in the brain give rise to the subjective experience of the mind and of the world. If you look at the brain from the outside, you see this extraordinary machine, an organ consisting of 84 billion neurons that fire in synchrony with each other. When I see visual inputs come to my eyes, photons hit my eyes, they send a signal that goes up the optic nerve to the back of my brain. It sends neural firings propagating throughout my brain, and eventually I might produce an action. From the outside, though, I look like a complicated mechanism, a robot.
But his view seems to be a pan-psychic approach, where consciousness is another quantity. You could say there are rays out there, sun rays, light rays. Right? So light is a thing that we recognize as something that's real. And consciousness is something else that we haven't yet recognized, but that is part and parcel of everything that exists. But at the same time, maybe you could say that these things actually don't even really exist out there, but they only exist because of consciousness. Can there be a universe if there's not a subjective observer of it? Or maybe the universe is the things that we observe, which means that they are essentially created by consciousness in that sense. That without consciousness, they wouldn't be observed, therefore they wouldn't exist in a way. Puts the whole thing of the whole equation on its head in a way, where it's to say what I guess Daniel Dennett and those East Coast thinkers say is basically that through computation you get consciousness, but maybe it's only because of consciousness that you even get material and structure.
That's true. That's true. And the angle of quantum, which comes into this thought process, and this is again a very revolutionary uh, uh, theory, you can say, or a hypothesis, which has been put forward by Nobel laureate Roger Penrose, and along with him, uh, Stuart Hameroff, is basically what they are saying is uh, within the brain neurons, there are computer-like structures called microtubules.
I'm claiming that we need new physics to understand consciousness. Now, when I mean new physics here, I mean something outside the physics we know, but it's not simply invented for the purpose of explaining consciousness. It's something which I think we need anyway for quite other reasons, and I'll come to that as part of the talk.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for being here. It's always difficult to follow Roger. He's a tough act to follow. I'm going to speak about the neurobiology of the OR theory that he mentioned. And what you see behind the picture is a neuron with stained by immunofluorescence to show the cytoskeleton on the surfaces with a black border. That's the membrane. You can see the nucleus in blue. And then the yellow is immunofluorescence staining for tubulin, the component of microtubules, and red is actin. So the neuron is not a bag of water. In fact, it's highly structured internally with the cytoskeleton, including microtubules.
And this microtubules has a protein called tubulin proteins, right? And basically, these microtubules are acting as a quantum computer within our brain, okay, and which actually gives rise to consciousness. Gives rise to consciousness in the sense it's a collapse of a wave function, basically. So it is called objective reduction. So they have got a theory called objective reduction. So when this collapse happens within the microtubules, then that phenomena gives rise to consciousness. And again, which is not something that it gives rise to a very new thing, but it is actually basically linking it to a very intrinsic property of the universe, okay, the ground reality of the universe, okay, and which is called the consciousness. So that's what the theory they have given as per, and till today it is one of the most revolutionary theory in terms of the quantum scientists, okay, because in quantum physics also we believe there are two realms, right? So the physical and a non-physical realm. So if we think about universes also, so probably we are living in a physical universe, and there exists other universe which are not physical in nature, which are not material in nature. So probably those are universes made up of non-matter, right? And somehow the quantum nature of the particles can exist between this matter and non-matter states, or the matter and non-matter universes, right? So
could you break this down a little bit? So but how does this work, and what does that actually mean? And what is quantum? What is a quantum state compared to a classical state where we have a probability maybe that something happens or that something doesn't happen, right? There's something different here in the quantum world, right? There are quantum probabilities, or if I could you explain that a little bit so that we can follow you better, because I cannot necessarily follow you at this moment because I don't really know too much about quantum
Absolutely.
reality.
Absolutely. I can give you a little bit background. Probably. Of course, the subatomic particles, they can go to a state wherein they behave in a very strange manner, which we don't observe in the physical world, and that those behaviors are actually the quantum behaviors. For example, the entanglement. Uh, Entanglement is something, one particle, one subatomic particle can entangle with another particle. Okay, and if you take these particles, say miles apart, okay, or a big distance, even then these two particles can communicate real time, okay, without any time lag, real time. So you can imagine, like, when two objects or two particles can communicate with each other real time, then there should be something which is not behaving in a material way or a material world, right? Because in material world, if one particle or one object needs to communicate with another object, okay, there should be kind of a time lag, okay, because there should be a signal. That signal should come to this object, and then this object will behave accordingly, right? But if it is more than the speed of light, okay, then definitely there is something strange thing happening, right? And same goes for another behavior, right? One particle can be in multiple states at a time. So it can behave like a wave, and it can also behave like a particle at one point of time. And when you observe it, so you see it is a particle, but when you don't observe it, okay, it behaves like a wave, right? For example, like electrons. So these kind of behaviors are been shown by the fundamental particles during their quantum behavior. And what scientists have come to the conclusion that definitely there are two universes, or two completely different states, wherein a subatomic particle go from one state to another state. One state is, of course, it follows or abides by all the laws of our classical physics, but in the quantum state, it doesn't follow any of our classical physical laws. It works in the quantum laws, quantum rules, and that is a strange world, right? And what some of the scientists are thinking is basically that world, okay, wherein the particle behaves in a quantum way, that's where the consciousness exists, right? So it is something which is always with us, okay, but we cannot perceive it neither through our sense organs nor through any kind of apparatus or any kind of instruments that we have built, because all our instruments or all our sense organs works in a material world. These are built for only to deal with the material world, right? But when it goes to the non-matter state, it doesn't work. None of our apparatus works essentially.
So how do we know it exists?
Yeah, but some of the you cannot say it's experiments, but some of your mathematical conclusions, as well as the conclusions that are coming from other established theories and facts, tells that apart from this material world where we live or we can perceive, there is also another dimension, okay, which is a non-matter dimension, and which definitely exists because, again, we know the quantum behaviors, right? And we have been leveraging those quantum behaviors and building quantum computers, correct? So these are real things. These are not unreal things. So that clearly shows that there is a dimension or a world or a universe, whatever you can call it, which is beyond our physical dimension or a physical world kind of a thing. Now, why some people believe that consciousness actually exists in that dimension? There is a reason behind that because if we bring the spiritual or the mystical angle to our discussion, then many mystical, what do you call, leaders or well, I mean, theories or whatever. I mean, yeah, they tells that uh, uh, the as a human we have got the physical body, right? But beyond this physical body, we have got something within, okay, which holds this physical body, okay, and and because physical body again you are gathering from this planet, right, or from this physical world, but who is gathering that? Okay, so there is an element within which is gathering this physical thing. So that is the thought process. There are many mystics you will find they will be talking in that way. And I do believe that to some extent, not fully, but to some extent, because there should be something we don't know. Probably it's not what they are saying, but there should be something. Otherwise, essentially, who is then observing everything, right? Then who is then observing? Our body is not observing anything, and definitely we know that brain cannot give rise to any kind of phenomena which can observe everything that is happening with us, right? So there should be something beyond that, and that is in the different dimension, and that is a quantum phenomena. Okay, what quantum phenomena? Nobody knows. Some theories are there, as Dr. Roger Pangloss, yeah, he has given that it's the objective reduction, and because of that, it is happening. So probably that is correct, but still we don't have any kind of proofs. But even nobody can actually disagree to that also, because somebody argued that if quantum phenomena has to happen within the brain microtubules, then it will generate a huge, what do you call, heat. Okay, and I mean that kind of a phenomena is not possible in a biological organism, at least in brain, in microtubules. But again, there are scientific evidences which prove that there is something called benzene ring. Okay, so if quantum phenomena even happens within that benzene kind of ring, it can cool down immediately. Okay, whatever entanglement or whatever the quantum things that is superposition and entanglement that is happening within that. So, I mean, both arguments and counter arguments are there. But what I think is, which actually the theory that I propose is essentially like, uh,
I want to know about that.
yeah. So that is more of like in this entire brain, consciousness, and all those things, we have been forgetting a very important component, and which is playing a very major role, is something called the mind. Okay, mind. So and definitely you can realize the importance of mind which plays in our life. Because what I feel is definitely consciousness is there, primarily in the quantum dimension kind of thing, and brain is just kind of a receiver, okay, or it could be like only transmitting and receiving information from the physical world to the non-physical world and projecting it to our consciousness, right? So brain is doing that functionality. So let's take that in that way. But where is the actual processor? Like if we could talk about the computer language, CPU, where is that? So that is actually the mind. Because see, if you get any information, your mind can't actually cook that information in different ways. You can build a story on that information. Okay, you can add some fears into that information. You also, if you like, you can add some romance into that information. Okay, you can add some kind of a speculation on that information, and then finally you project it to your consciousness.
So the mind is then, in other words, what we're building when we're building AI machines, right? So when we're building ChatGPT, when we're building, self-driving cars, that's sort of in that mind dimension, right? It does similar things. It does similar things to what the mind does. Would that be a correct thing to say?
Yeah, to some extent, yes. So this is the information cannot normally information cannot go to consciousness directly. If it has to go, it has to go through mind. Okay, and whatever the things, the information processing, and whatever these things that you are adding, okay, love, emotion, all other things, adding some more, what we call imagination into that information. Okay, all other things are happening within the mind. Okay, so mind processes the information that we are getting it from the physical world or from the other dimension also, and then it projects to the consciousness, which is definitely in the other dimension. It cannot be in the physical dimension, kind of thing. So in that way, my theory says that mind is also a quantum cloud. Okay, so it is kind of an amalgamation of quantum particles, many quantum particles in the form of a cloud. Okay, and wherein you can, and these are again doing all kind of quantum behaviors, right? So all entanglement.
So even the mind. So let me get this straight. So if the mind is what is responsible for, say, motor function or driving around, or being able to process information on the road, and then translating that into a steering wheel motion, maybe some gas, pressing the gas and so on, we can automate all of that, right? We can build a self-driving car. I think that's within our grasp, but we will not have built something that is conscious. That's right? I mean, we agree on that, right? That this will not have consciousness. It will be essentially a zombie, but it doesn't require quantum computation to get to that point either, most likely. And then, but that's the function of the mind, right? So it does. So in other words, what I think is that you can reproduce the mind, but you can't reproduce consciousness, right?
Exactly.
But the mind itself, like, why does that one doesn't need quantum computing, right? We can see that ChatGPT pretty much can write stuff that is remarkably similar to what a human might write, but without the experience, right? So is it true, like the way I see it, or the way that I see consciousness, and I just want to ping this back on you and see if you agree with me, that what consciousness is this experience of the color blue, for example, rather than knowing how the word blue is used in language, being able to say the weather is nice, it means that there's a blue sky, and so then you can say, oh, the weather is nice, the sky is blue, the breeze is soft, whatever. You can say all of these things, but you may not have any experience whatsoever of a soft breeze or a blue sky or whatever. And that stuff, that experience, that difference, that my experience of the color blue, that's part of consciousness, right? That's how I would define consciousness, right? So this ability to really experience the objects of our language, the objects that are in the language that we manipulate, that we start then doing calculations with, that maybe we could pass on to a computer. It can do all the same calculations with it and spit out similar outputs, but that experience is missing, right? That's a huge missing aspect. like number one. And I think also number two, meaning, right? So with that comes meaning. So the meaning of what is a good action to take for society. How can I benefit society? That idea of me being able to benefit society, that concept, that idea, and what that would mean to benefit society, that is constructed not by the mind, but ultimately it comes from consciousness, right? So if we just had a bunch of zombies, a bunch of self-driving cars with equipped with ChatGPT and things like that, that can behave like us and maybe look like us, who knows? That wouldn't actually, that would be a society. So if we replaced ourselves with such a society that was actually functionally identical to us, but actually didn't have this consciousness stuff that we're talking about, then it also would not have ethics, right? So is that right? It would neither have the experience of the color blue, nor would it have the ethics. Is that right?
Absolutely. So ethics probably we can discuss, but yes, of course, I am completely aligned with what you think is. So probably we'll be able to build the mind someday, probably with a quantum
Yeah.
computer. Okay, but definitely we
So
are
we need
far
a
away.
quantum computer for
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
So even
probably,
to build the mind.
because yes, exactly. Because so if we talk about the classical computers, we are almost hitting the dead end of our silicon revolution, right? Silicon revolution has already reached its limit. Okay, beyond that we cannot go. Okay, because we have gone to the electron kind of a level, building our chips. Okay, but now next is if you want to do that kind of a computation with parallel computation power with huge processing power, then quantum is the next option. So, and as you can think, like mind is so powerful, right? So it can process information super fast. You can add all the ingredients, love, joy, hatred, what do you call, fear, and all other things in a second. You give a small information to the mind, and mind will build a full story within no time, right? Uh, 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 all illusions, all kind of things it can add with no time. So if you actually really want to build a mind, then definitely you require a quantum computer. And I'm also believing that yes, one day human will be able to build a mind. That is possible. But building consciousness, as you very rightly say, is far away, or probably not possible, because it is again very intrinsic property of the universe, right? So, and and somehow we have been misinterpreting mind with the consciousness. Okay, so when
Yeah.
the scientific theories or scientific explanations are given, then brain give rise to uh, kind of consciousness. It is not true. The brain, the microtubule quantum computers within the neurons can give rise to a quantum cloud with many quantum particles acting each other in a coherent way. Okay, can give rise to a mind phenomena. Okay.
You're saying that even when and if we achieve full quantum computers, you say we already have quantum computers. This is another question. Actually, I want to ask you about that. But before I get there, let's say that even with that machinery, if I understand you correctly, once we have it fully worked out, or even if we do have it now, then that will not actually help us to build consciousness if we wanted to build that.
No, because again, when we are talking about quantum computer or maybe some other computer more powerful than quantum computer, again we are talking about computation, ability to compute fast, process fast. Okay, but consciousness is not computation. It is nothing to do with that. So many of the scientists and even mystics says consciousness is more like a music. Okay, it's like a rhythm of the universe. Okay, and also this is like more you are aligned with this rhythm, okay, more successful you will be in your life in all senses. I mean, not only the meaning of successful that we have in the modern world. But your life will be flourish. Okay, in many different angles. It could be health, it could be your mental health, it could be anything and everything. If you are in rhythm with this music or this rhythm of the universe, which we call consciousness, right? So it is no way competition. It is something else. We don't know. Okay, people are explaining it probably what do you call probably like in music, but I don't know because what happens like you can feel, and probably everybody has that those kind of experience. There are some moments, okay, and let's call it the wow moments, right, in our life. Okay, whenever we get amazed, wow, this is something like that. Okay, it could be while listening to a music or something like that, because you feel that the ultimate amount of joy, okay, that bliss, right, kind of thing. And many of the mystics are saying that in those moments, actually, you are touching your consciousness consciously, right? So consciousness is something wealth of information. It is wealth of love. It is wealth of what do you call intelligence. It is wealth of everything, right? And which is with us. Okay, we are always interacting with it, with that, but we are not interacting directly. Unfortunately, we're interacting with through the object, which is called mind. And mind has a capability that it doesn't give the information directly to the consciousness. Okay, it builds a story around that, and that only it gives. Okay, no information directly goes to the consciousness as is, right? It
So
goes
then,
to mind.
let me ask you this. So then, did consciousness evolve, or was it there from the beginning? Is it a topic? So you could say light rays, right? Or radiation of any form was probably there from the beginning, right? I am not sure. I don't know much about this part of science, but I'm assuming that light rays were probably there. And
Actually,
similarly,
it is more fundamental. I feel because see, probably at one point of time there was no light. It can happen, right? Beginning of the universe, probably. Uh, Probably there are probably I don't know even I mean nobody knows. But whatever it is very fundamental, very fundamental nature of the universe, which is in a different dimension, and that's why whatever scientific explorations that we have done till today, we have not been able to reach it because our the approach was different. Like our approach of all scientific explorations was all physical, right? We tried to explore the physical world, right? We have never tried to explore any other dimension. It was not possible also. But now we have got a link between this physical world and the other dimension, non-physical world, through this quantum. Okay, and I think if we can go in that direction, probably a day will come, we'll be able to define consciousness in a better way, or probably we will get some more information about that intrinsic property of the universe, which is like light, you can say. Today we know a lot of things about light, right?
yeah. So you were saying so we could not build it, right? So it would be not because it's so fundamental. It would not be possible to build it. But would it be possible perhaps to harness it, sort of the way we do with light, right? We can create sources of light that aren't there that we can, create. Basically, we can make there be light, right? We can create through electricity. We can do something like that. Do you think it would be possible to harness or to, in some ways, concentrate consciousness in an active way? Right now it seems to me that consciousness is in some ways concentrated in animals and human beings. Is that even true? Right. So would you say then, if consciousness was always there, if it's it's if the world is panpsychic in a way where everything has an element of consciousness, or for lack of a better word, an element of consciousness, then how is it that we have this problem that William James encountered? So he also was a panpsychist, so he believed that everything was endowed with consciousness. But the problem there is wherever there's a human, let's say, wherever there's a human, even wherever there's a dog, there seems to be more consciousness in that area where those things are. And to explain that, how do you explain that? How do you bring together these particles or elements of consciousness into this experience of consciousness in the singular way, in this way of individualism or individualist way. Can you speak to that a bit? And does that have to do with quantum? I think there's something quantum there, right? I mean, because that seems to have broken a lot of theorists' heads, this exact problem.
Yes. So yeah, correct. How to now answering how to harness that property? Okay. So there are two ways to harness that, because as it is intrinsic, so probably we are already harnessing in a different way, not in a scientific way, but we are already harnessing. This is very fundamental to us, right? So, for example, the meditation, right? So when you go into meditation, so at that point of time, mostly what happens, your minds become still, right? The quantum cloud, okay, somehow it starts becoming, it starts settling down, right? It becomes still, and you actually get the taste of that wealth of information, that wealth of intelligence, that wealth of love. Okay, and many people have experienced. This is nothing new, right? Many people has already experienced that. And even if you don't experience that, you go into meditation, you will get a lot of benefits, right? So there is something there, right? So that is already there, and we are harnessing that. Now coming to how scientifically we can harness that. So for that, I think the journey has already started in this quantum era, and I think definitely we'll be able to harness a lot of properties, a lot of benefits of consciousness someday. So I can believe that, because we got the link, okay, and somehow with this link we have to reach there and actually harness that. Now, what quantum is playing a role is essentially now, yes, of course, we are already harnessing the quantum behavior of the particles, and we have already built quantum computers. So we have got quantum computers already exist, although in a nascent state at this point of time. So you can do some of the mathematical calculations. You can do some of the works, but maintaining those quantum nature of the particles in a quantum processor at this point of time is very, very difficult, because ultimately everything in the in this universe are quantum particles, and they go to that quantum state. And when they go to that quantum state, they can interfere with the quantum particles that you built within your processor, right? So that is something called coherence that happens very, very. So that is the disturbance that the other particle that creates, and that's why we cannot maintain this quantum state for a longer period of time, wherein actually we can harness the properties of those particles in a better way. But there are a lot of scientific explorations and advancements are already happening, and we'll be able to do that. So right now, if you look at, there are two types of quantum computers already available. So one is the gate model quantum computer, wherein actually we build the qubits. Okay, it's similar to the bits in a classical computer. And there are computers like Google has its quantum computer, IBM, Microsoft, then Honeywell, and a lot of other companies already have in some countries already. Japan, China, all other countries, if they have Australia, also they have quantum computers. But there is another model of quantum computers also, which is called the annealing technique or aquabatic quantum computing, which is essentially harnessing another property of the quantum particles, okay, which is called the lowest energy state of this particle. So companies like D-Wave, they are using those kind of techniques, and they have got quantum computers, and which they provide a lot of cloud services to different enterprises to harness the quantum computing power for different things. It could be for drug discovery and research. It could be on the other things. Mostly today, if you look at on the research part. But in a couple of years, I think we'll have full-fledged, powerful quantum computers that can be used for the business purpose, and different use cases, already use cases are there. So it is not not something which is not happening, or which we are talking completely out of the box. And it is all in theory. No, the practical applications of quantum computers are coming up.
Mm-hmm. So that, and then what you're suggesting then is would be with this we could potentially build the mind, as you call it, and also you could maybe understand consciousness better, right? So maybe we can understand consciousness even if we can't build it. We might be able to harness it. Then the question is, if we can harness it, could we put it into a robot? could we endow a robot with consciousness that already exists, that we don't build in a way, but that we harness? Would it be possible to end up with conscious robots? And why would we do it? Also, the business case is not quite clear to me, except to say that if something has its own goals, which I think, okay, that's a very important question here. So, do you think that goals, life goals and so on, meaning, right? We say that comes from consciousness too, right? So something that doesn't have consciousness can't possibly have its own goals. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, define it in a different way. Goals would be anything, kind of thing, and that is directly coming from the consciousness, linking that. Yes, probably there is a deeper link between that. But coming to what you said, like whether robots can have consciousness. So let's understand it in this way. So what is the link between the consciousness and our human body? Is basically so. Till the information till we have, probably the binding happens within the brain. Okay, some process within the brain, and somehow we can understand that process, right? Which is actually binding this or communicating this physical body with the consciousness in the other dimension. If we can understand that process somehow, then I think probably a time will come we can do the similar thing within robots, right? We can have a robotic brain, and in that brain, we'll try to create that kind of a quantum phenomena to connect with the consciousness. So robots will become consciousness. It is possible. I mean, logically, if you see, yes, it is possible. I mean, the information that we have today, because it is only just a biological phenomena, and that will be a mechanical phenomena probably. Or it could be even biological phenomena tomorrow. You don't know. Probably a robot will come, which is a biological robot. Okay, some parts of the robot is going to be biological organs, right? So today probably it is semiconductor. Tomorrow it could be some biological things. So it is very much possible. And I'm also
okay, when a robot will have a goal, the moment a robot will have its own goals, will empathy and those elements come with that? Because if it does naturally come with it, if they are part of the same package, which we might call consciousness, then we don't have to worry too much about the rogue robot that has a goal to kill us for whatever reason. Why? I don't know why it would have this goal. But that couldn't happen, right? Because with that goal would come this empathy and ethics, and all of those things would sort of come with it. They might be radically different ethics, and
No, not necessarily, and probably that will not in line with our expectation. So that is the main thing, because a tiger has a consciousness and it has got its own goal, right? So its goal is to kill people, right? So if you go to jungle, if a tiger sees you, so his or her goal will be to kill you. So yeah, that will be definitely there will be goal because I mean once you get the consciousness, you will get the goal. But the only thing is that goal may not be aligned with our expectation.
Yeah, and empathy might not be that strong, right? I mean, in the case of the tiger, you have a good point. They play with their prey in a brutal way. They might not have that form of consciousness that is aware of the pain and suffering that they are inflicting on this innocent little creature that they want to eat. Okay, I understand that part. That makes sense that they would want to eat, but that they would want to torture this animal doesn't really make any sense. So I assume that they are lacking that form of consciousness or that aspect of consciousness of empathy, right? And so it could be.
Yeah. So I will have a different opinion on that. So probably when you kill a chicken, and you want to eat it, okay, so you also don't have that empathy, right? So it's same. I think this goal and empathy are all contextual. But when we talk about consciousness, it is much more fundamental and intensive. Okay, so that may not fit into the social framework that we have or social setup of mind that we have. Okay, it is more fundamental, like survival. Okay, so the survival goals will definitely be there, and as we have also what do you call the evolution that happened. Okay,
Yeah,
over millions and
exactly,
millions.
exactly. So we experienced evolution, right? We have a reason to want to kill the chicken, even if I don't want to kill it, because I also have a reason for not killing it. But supposing you don't have that, but you have the reason to kill it, you want to eat, you want to survive. Why would a robot ever want to survive, or why would a robot ever, have this drive? You see, I wonder if what part of that, because that comes back to that question of whether consciousness itself has evolved. Is this drive to kill the chicken or to eat at all or to survive, is that linked with consciousness directly, so that if a robot had consciousness, it would ultimately also want to survive? Or is this will to survive a drive that is separate from consciousness, that is basically a functional aspect of ourselves, that is subject to potential engineering, or in this case, evolution? Evolution is a type of engineering process, if you will, right? So then why would a robot have this drive to survive? That's actually an assumption, right? It may not actually have that, even if it is conscious.
Yeah, so I think that's again coming to the mind now. So that's more to do with the mind than consciousness. So as we are seeing, consciousness is very very fundamental. It is just an observer, okay, and it doesn't require any kind of evolution, right? It is already to a state which doesn't require any kind of evolution, like any other very fundamental properties of the universe. Okay, so those are not changing. Okay, those are kind of constant kind of things. But yes, mind needs to evolve, right? So whatever evolution that has happened to human today, okay, one is physiological evolution. So that anyways, it is happening again. It is a intensive nature of the universe, and it is evolving us physically in different forms. But the
The
other
mind
thing
too,
that is
right?
happening
The
is
mind is
mind.
also
Yes.
evolved. It's
Exactly. So
also
that is
evolved.
one of the things. It has evolved. Yes, it has evolved, and that's why we consider ourselves more intelligent than our previous generation. Our next generation will be much more intelligent because this we are actually we all of us are contributing in the evolution of our mind, right? And if you believe in the rebirth, okay, or reincarnation, correct? So then actually the reincarnation is happening for the mind. It is not for the consciousness. Consciousness is there. It will be there, kind of thing. I mean, the mystical and what do you call this spiritual thinking. It is only the mind, okay, which is getting evolved more and more. So in spiritual world, even in Vedanta also. So your mind carries basically millions of billions of years of evolution. Okay.
What it comes down to, what we just discussed, for example, the survival instinct. The survival instinct could be seen as a goal. I want to survive. I want to survive as long as possible, or whatever. That actually, if you want to have that as a goal, we said earlier that maybe goals hang together with consciousness, but now we have to reject that, right? Because we have to say that that's certainly a goal that probably has evolved as part of our mind. So it cannot be the case that all goals are necessarily linked to consciousness then in that way, because that one seems to be an evolved one. But other goals that are linked to such things as ethics, they might still be part of those goals should probably be tied to consciousness, right? Because consciousness is basically the thing that gives rise to meaning.
Not necessarily, because see again, this ethics and all other things. These are also evolving because see, the ethics for a particular area or a particular thing 100 years back, probably now it has evolved to different things. So these are These are again linked to your mind. These are linked to our society and all. And even the ethics changes from society to society also. Okay, probably in some society, okay, which we consider as ethics, there it may not be a kind of ethics. So these are all social phenomena and which are completely linked with mind. But my thought process is that is nothing to do with the consciousness. Consciousness is very, very fundamental, very, very pure. Okay, it is already evolved and uh, and already wealth of information, wealth of bliss, love, and everything is there. The dimension is already in that mature state. Okay, it is only uh, the mind and all other things which are evolving.
But ethics then arise from it in a different way, namely that, for example, I feel that an object that has no consciousness or is not conscious, a broom or a glass or whatever, if I break it, it's not a big deal. It's not an ethical violation. But yet, if something has consciousness, only then, if that thing has consciousness, and if whenever it has consciousness, whatever it is, if you endow the broomstick with consciousness, the moment you do it, the moment the broomstick is clearly conscious, suddenly breaking it would mean something very different to me. So that's also very interesting. So it is the case that
Yeah.
ethics may arise from, like, even if we think about it differently in different cultures, I think it's still the case that we all have this in common, that we would find that ethics really applies only to subjects, not to objects, right? That it's a violation vis-a-vis a subject that can be is part of ethics, but breaking something that is not, unless it belongs to a subject or has something to do with a subject, it gives pleasure to a subject, or in some ways it's the same thing with technology on its own. If there were a bunch of self-driving cars and cities that ran themselves and robots walking around in them and all of that without any consciousness, the whole thing would be meaningless, right? Do you agree with that?
Sure. Yeah, true. And coming to ethics, I think ethics is a little bit from the social phenomena, I believe. It comes from society, of course, and mostly things are like I don't do this thing to the others because again this thing can happen to me also, right? That sense of bouncing back to you, something gives rise to that ethical one, and that's how we have formulated ethics in our society, right? So, but when we talk about the consciousness, especially, uh, I think uh, I think ethics is not very attached to that. Okay, because consciousness is uh, immaterial, whether you are doing right or you are doing wrong. It is just an observer. So if you are doing right also, it is observing. If you are doing something wrong also, it is not going to stop you. It is just as observe. Right? Yeah, but these are basically social and opposed to some extent the mind phenomena. Okay? The mind keeps on doing all those things.
But the
Kind of thing.
subject
And
of that,
trying
or the object of it, is always the fact that there is something subjective there, right? Without, so it's interesting. Yes, it's the mind that constructs it, but the object of it is the subject, is the subjective, right? Because nothing really ethics would not make sense if there weren't conscious experiences. You agree with that? Is that right?
yes, yes, true.
Yeah. So this is so then, but yeah. So there is no hope that we will build conscious machines, but we might make machines conscious by turning on consciousness in a way, or by concentrating it, harnessing it, or whatever. And then once we have those machines, they might be dangerous because, in fact, they might not follow the same ethics or drives or goals. The goals, in fact, I don't know, they're no longer programmable, right? Because when we create a conscious machine, then I don't know to what degree, because we are conscious, right? Again, we could say we're conscious, but the bounds of what we want, right? So now free will comes in, right? The bounds of what we want is probably pretty much a range of things we might desire or or we might want to do. We're free to do what we want, but are we actually free to choose fully what it is that we want? I think Schopenhauer has something about that, and he said that we're free to choose what we wish, but we must wish what we must, or something like that. So in some ways, there's still bounds on it. So we could potentially build a conscious machine that has certain goals that are programmed in, because maybe they didn't evolve in that case, but they were just hard coded, we could say, right? Then we decide what the will, ultimately what the machine wants. We could still decide, even if it's conscious, if we build in, or if we connect it to this consciousness, that it may be conscious, but it may have circumscribed will. Do you agree with that? Do you think that that's something we can control, or do you think once we have built something that's conscious, it's completely out of control, and it can choose its own wishes, and they might be completely contrary to anything that we might want?
Yeah. So I think for me, if we talk about, the free will and the contrast of it, like everything is pre-decided, okay, and whatever we're doing, it's just kind of already decided, and we are just doing it,
No,
right? So it is
maybe
anyway.
not that. No, I'm not posing that exact thing. So I'm posing rather that we can choose from a variety of things, but that we are
Yeah, exactly.
programmed, that we have a limit of what we can actually choose
Yeah,
reasonably, right?
exactly. So that's what I'm indicating. Out of many choices, we are pre-programmed to choose some of those or one of those, or kind of thing. I think this is again contradictory to the evolution. Okay, if something is pre-decided, so in some way it is pre-decided, right?
Yeah.
And I'm choosing out of that. So this is again
Like the drive to survive,
contradictory.
right? The goal that we want to survive, and the goal that we want to have children. We might feel, oh, we're going to start a family now because we want to start a family. But is that real? Is that not a drive that's pre-programmed? Isn't that just the program that we're doing, that we're fulfilling, that is evolutionary program? In that sense, we're not free, right? And we're still conscious. We're definitely conscious. I cannot doubt that. I'm with Descartes on this, right? I mean, I am conscious, therefore I am. But this free will thing is somehow entangled with consciousness as well, right? At least we talk
Yeah.
about it
So
in this
there is
stuff.
right. So there is definitely a relationship, but this is again against the evolution. If you think of the theory of evolution, right? So if something is pre-decided in whatever way, probably out of some of the choices or some of the options or kind of thing, then the evolution cannot happen, right? So it is again restricted to a set of things. But for me, what I think, the entire universe, if you look at, it is a very complex, very big mathematical formula, right? The entire universe is governed by a set of rule, okay, a complex rule kind of thing, and it applies to everybody, okay, everybody and everything. Okay. So again, coming to that consciousness music, if you are in tune with this formula, okay, you can lead a better life. If you are somehow not in tune with this mathematical formula or the set of rules, you will have a miserable life, or you will not have better life. And that's how, whenever you are doing something, okay, if you are even sitting, if you are thinking something, if you are breathing, you are some way or other way contributing to this universe. Okay, so your existence itself is a contribution to the universe. You need not have to do anything. Okay, fundamentally, if you look at it, you need not have to do anything, but still you are doing a great contribution to this universe. So fundamentally, your existence itself is a contribution to the universe, because you are contributing to the evolution, you are contributing to the many other ways. So some of the things we don't know, right? You are there, basically you are generating carbon dioxide, right? Taking oxygen, that carbon dioxide is going somewhere. So there are many other things. I mean, even probably many of the things we don't know. It is beyond our imagination, even our thought process and imagination today. So that's how the evolution happened. And same goes for your mind. So whenever you are thinking something, when you are getting creative, you are doing something, you are doing out of the box, or even you are doing some kind of a mundane thing also, because you don't know within that mundane thing, probably there is some creativity is there. So you are also contributing to the evolution of the mind, not only your mind, but the greater mind that we talk, right? Because that's how it comes, right? So otherwise, I mean, how this generation is so much intelligent. Okay, if you think the 10 generations back, or you will see, like after 2, 3 generations, they will be much more smarter than us because the evolution of mind is happening. So whatever you are doing, that is contributing to the evolution of the mind, and that is being carried forward by the next generation, something like that.
But this is a
So
different evolutionary process than the one outlined out by Darwin, right? You don't have to die by making a mind mistake, right? Well, there seems to be something other than the survival of the fittest at play here in this form of evolution that you're describing. There's some other mechanism other than the survival of the fittest, right? So nowadays, in fact,
absolutely,
I mean, everyone will survive if we have great hospitals and, we can turn off that kind of evolution, the evolution of
right.
survival of the fittest. Maybe the children, to have children, to have viable offspring, so to speak, is still a matter of having a mutual choice between two partners at this point. You can probably, if you have enough money, do something different, but most people still choose each other in some form. Maybe in India, I think in other places, the parents actually choose your partner for you. So this is a different kind of evolutionary process than what's going on, I would say, in Europe or in America, where people have to choose each other and not the parents. So it's actually that fact, right? This cultural fact, this cultural difference will make a huge difference in the evolution that actually will occur, right? Because it's a
Yes, of course.
different rules choose who is getting the children. But
Absolutely.
but
So
this,
every little thing you are doing, okay, that is also making a contribution. Every little thing,
yeah,
probably you are not doing, you are just thinking.
yeah,
Okay,
true,
but
true,
that has been recorded somewhere. That has been
yeah,
recorded somewhere, right? So what again the spiritual tradition in the East believes that even your memory doesn't exist in this dimension. Okay, so that there is another thing. So we talked about the what do you call subject, which is the consciousness. Okay, we
hmm
talked about the mind, which basically processes the information. Okay, but we talked about the memory, because this wealth of memory that we are generating, like a lot of things, right? Where this data is going, where it is stored. Do you think that it is only can be stored within this brain? I don't believe that, because all those scientists are saying that it is something called neuroplasticity, right? How the neurons, brain neurons, are making connections while we do any kind of learning or something like that, or
yeah. But I
any
mean,
new
also
activity.
if you build a church somewhere, like they did in the old days, for 300 years, they would build a church that would take 300 years to build. Then what we go when we look at that church today, we walk around there, or a temple, it doesn't matter really what persuasion. That is also a memory, right? That is a memory that has been carved into the material world. It's a type of memory, right? So any kind of data that we leave behind, if we start destroying the forest, as the Romans did, you can still today see that the Romans have an impact on today's ecological systems in Europe because of what they did over 2,000 years ago. That's a form of memory, right? Any kind of imprint you leave on the world is also a memory that's stored directly in the physical world in a way, which I guess that's why some people maybe think that the entire universe is actually what is the stuff that we're looking at. It's a type of information, right? It's all there's this it from bit, it's from bit, which then Swami Sarva Priyananda has this YouTube bit called it from bit from Chit.
What happened was just a couple of weeks ago, a few weeks ago, we had this online discussion with David Chalmers, who is the head of the Mind-Brain Consciousness Unit at NYU here, a leading philosopher of mind in the world today, and the person who coined the term hard problem of consciousness. So while talking about that, this came up, this phrase, it from bit. It meaning just this universe, this it, the material universe, and bit meaning information. I'll tell you where this phrase comes from originally. But anyway, the subject came up, it from bit, and it just struck me, well, even bit, it comes from consciousness, from an Advaitic perspective. So consciousness, Chit. So it from bit from Chit. Chit means consciousness in Sanskrit, pure consciousness.
When we get down to the bottom of it, the more we look at the physical world, the more it disappears in front of our eyes, the less physical world there actually tends to be, and it seems to be all structure all the way down. And then there has to be, but of course when there's structure there has to be something, and again he says that that's consciousness, right? That thing is consciousness. So but then that doesn't explain, and that this is what William James I think also believed in some ways, but that doesn't explain why we have as a being, as a how we harness that, right? So we get to that point again, and I think he says that there's Jim Holt has explains this in a way with quantum entanglement. That part that these conscious pieces of existence manifest themselves in one form of consciousness or one subject that is experienced by a body or by a person inhabiting a body. This kind of phenomenon is actually somehow explainable by quantum mechanics, but I honestly don't follow that part. I can't go that far. I can go up to that, what he's explaining there. I can understand it sort of, but I don't really know. I have not studied quantum mechanics, and I really don't know in what way that would work. There's something about entanglement. Could you explain that a bit? Do you agree with this theory? Do you think that's a right way of putting it?
Yeah, so there are a couple of quantum behaviors that these fundamental particles or the quantum particles behave. So one of them is entanglement, and which is like two particles can get entangled. Okay, and they can behave accordingly if they are been taken far apart, right? So,
Yeah,
and
we
that is
talked about
also
this. Yeah, right.
instant,
Already you mentioned that. That's sort of the spooky,
yeah,
the spooky action at a distance thing that Albert
yeah,
Einstein
exactly.
talked about.
Einstein, yeah, true. So, coming to that memory. So, of course, Swami Sarvabhayananda is from a Vedantic tradition, which is like one of the Eastern philosophical this thing. So he talks more on that line, and he explains beautifully those things. But if you take a scientific approach to that, so essentially, like as I told you, the memory, right? So you have got so much memory. Okay, so probably from your 5-6 years till now. Okay, if I even some of the very memorable probably events when you are probably at the age of 10 or something like that, still you can go back, right? So, and also on a day-to-day life, you are generating so much data and so much memory kind of thing. And most of them are stored somewhere, okay? And in fact, you can go back. And if you go into a meditative state or into a subconscious kind of a state, again, you can go back to very minute details of those things. So probably 1 month ago, what you took in your breakfast. Okay, now consciously you cannot remember. Okay, but somehow if you are injected with some drugs, or probably somehow you are hypnotized and taken to that subconscious state, you will be able to remember that. And you can clearly say, right, 1 month ago, this particular day, okay, I have taken breakfast. This was nice breakfast, kind of thing, and all these things, right? Where these memories reside. So that is the question. So the theory or the model that I am proposing is essentially, even this memory is not in this physical dimension or not in your brain. It is also there in that different dimension, different world, that quantum world. And that's the reason you can retrieve those memories so fast. Because if it is physical, may it be biological, in brain, you will not be able to retrieve those memories so fast. So if you think just now, 50 years back, okay, fraction of a second that information will be there in your head, right? And you can bring it to your mind and you can think over that. Okay, 50 years
True,
back.
but isn't that something we've already built? So that one to me seems a bit less mysterious because we have built something like that, right? You can go to Google BigQuery or to any kind of thing, I don't know, MySQL database. And so
But
how do we do it, and why do
where
we need quantum there? Because we seem to be able to do that without quantum.
No, but the thing is that this is a small machine. Okay, for that you've got a supercomputer, right? Okay, I mean thousands of racks of computers in a big data center. Okay, and humongous processing power, storage, and all other things, right? But this much machine, your brain, right? Where is it stored? It cannot be stored in this small brain, and you cannot retrieve it so fast from that storage. So that mechanics is also like your information is actually stored in a different dimension, and you have access to that information at any point of time. Your brain.
But I could imagine some form of compression, right? So I would imagine. So I could imagine that if you compress it immensely, which would sort of make sense with the experience of it, right? Because when we do experience these memories, we don't experience them in this high fidelity kind of way that, if we stored a video in a computer and we pulled up the video, it would be exactly as it was before. Whereas the memory that we have seems to be somewhat compressed and decompressed again. So for me, then I would say, okay, well, if we do that, if we take a real life experience, a full on high fidelity experience, and we compress it extremely, and then we can reconstruct it because we have this interpolation power. You could kind of imagine this without any reference to quantum. I mean, I feel that way.
Yeah, so compression is of course. When we do compress any kind of information, so a large movie file, okay, some movie or some large video kind of thing. It is a different mechanism, right? But here, if you see, okay, constantly 24/7 until and unless you are in deep sleep, okay, even in your dream state also, you are getting information and you're storing somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and at the same time, also you are retrieving that, okay, continuously, and you are processing it, doing a lot of things, kind of things.
So we might reuse most parts of it, right? So it might be that actually. So then you can imagine that actually all of our memories might just be. I mean, this is complete speculation on my side, but I could imagine it, right? That basically they're the same thing except for the details, right? So there's like a few details that you must change about memory that it can create something completely different, right? Faces, human beings in them, they can be basically one person. That could be the same thing. Actually, there are some theories that believe that every dream that you have, ultimately the objects in them or the subjects in them, the other people in them, ultimately are somewhat copies of yourself. That is a theory. I feel all of that is very speculative, but I could imagine that if you reuse most of your memories all the time and you just change a few things to make them distinct as into these memories that we have, then it's possible that we could be extremely efficient at this. And we don't have to store very much, in fact.
Yeah. So, correct. So model that I am proposing is more of even the memory is in a quantum dimension. Okay, and
but
that's
why?
the reason.
But why? Why do you go there?
Yeah, because why I'm going there is essentially if the model says that the consciousness is in the different dimension, and we are also talking the mind is also in a different dimension, then there is no significance that memory should be given this.
That's true. Yeah, I can see that.
Way, right? Yeah.
Is that similar?
Yeah.
So do you see that similar to some people would think? I don't generally go to this, but I've listened to a bunch of videos on consciousness. So there is this metaphor of video games, right? So if you go into a video game, you're in an entirely made up new universe. You might take on a completely different avatar. So you might look completely different from what you look like in reality. You might even have a different gender and so on. But when you go in there, your mind and your mind and your consciousness and everything that you bring that actually from this world into this reduced world, right? A necessarily reduced, simple world. So is that a similar thing that what you're proposing here? Is that we're essentially we're living in a different world, in a different dimension, as you call it, and then it's like we are putting on this video helmet, and we're then experiencing this world as a classical world, I guess. When we live in a quantum world, but when we're putting on this gear, do you think this is a useful metaphor? Do you find that?
Yeah. To a great extent, in fact, to a great extent, in fact. So that is the only thing is we are not wearing that Oculus headset or something like that. The brain has its capability to go to that state, that universe at any point of time. But when we want to feel it, we cannot feel it through the sense organs. Only difference is that. Okay, if you really want to feel that dimension and that world, I think you have to feel it through some other not organs, basically other capabilities that has been given to us, and those are not eyes, our nose, or our skin, or our mouth, or those senses, right? Touch, feel, and all those things. And that's where I think many people go to that dimension somehow with meditation, right? So there is a capability within us wherein we can go to that dimension by controlling our mind, controlling in the sense is like settling down our mind or to making our mind still. Okay, wherein there are many concepts like no mind and all other things, and basically go to that universe because still your mind is active, very active. It will not allow you to concentrate on because it is not possible, right?
So just to summarize what you just said, I think what I heard. Okay, what I heard was basically that meditation is a type of technology ultimately, but it's different from other types of technologies. To stay with that metaphor of the helmet and the metaverse or the sort of reduced world that you go into, where the video game, this technology ultimately takes you out of that video game world and puts you into a fuller world by meditation. So meditation is a type of technology that ultimately removes the headset and the video game kind of environment that we live in, and puts us back into that environment that we actually belong in ultimately, or that is consciousness entirely, and it is a quantum universe. Is that a good summary? Do you think that's?
Yes. I think this is a perfect summary. So that headset is already given us, is inbuilt to us to go to that dimension. Okay, and only thing is we need to practice that particular capability. Because see, it is like you can see whatever capabilities that has been given to us. The more we practice, more we master in those. We get mastery on those capabilities, right? Unless we use, we lose our control on those capabilities. And same happens to that. So the meditation, okay, I mean we can call it meditation the name, but that capability is already given to us. But we never go there. Mostly, we as a common people, so we have lost that control, right? But people who have been practicing it, so probably they sit for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they can go into that dimension. Okay, probably somebody can go completely into that dimension, somebody can go partially into that dimension, but whoever does serious meditation, authentic meditation, definitely they get some kind of a taste of that dimension.
So I can never imagine the concept of a meditating robot, but I have to go there because I'm wondering. So if we were to be able to endow robots with consciousness, would they also have to meditate to get to this, to get back to that state when they're embodied? Let's say they're embodied, they live in this world, they exist as we do, and now they have consciousness. Would they have to actually do the same thing? Would they have to meditate to get to this dimension, or can it be built in that they're always there?
So yeah, probably by that time, if we can bring, if we can connect consciousness to robot and give consciousness to robot, it is not building consciousness, but connecting robot to the consciousness. I think by that time we will have a mechanism, okay, to go to that dimension without doing meditation, right? So meditation is something. So probably it is similar thing, right? So we can climb a hill or a mountain, right, with our legs. But today we have got a lot of many instruments, apparatus available, okay, vehicles available, so which we can climb the hill very easily at any time. Okay, we don't need to practice and build our muscles and strengthen our legs to go there. So same thing applies here.
So do you think that once we have that ability, we can do the same thing to ourselves? That we, in fact, will be able to go to these various states of consciousness, if you will, or into these different dimensions without much work, without having to meditate, without having to sit there for 10 minutes.
Yes.
So that's interesting. So just understanding how this works will give us an ability to alter or to improve, to how to say, enrich our consciousness then. If we understand, so the more we understand of the process of what that is, what consciousness is and how it works, would you say even if we can't build it, because it always is there from the beginning, we might be able to utilize it better or harness it better, even for ourselves, not just for the robots, but for ourselves?
Yes, I think harnessing is the main point here. Because enriching it, I'm not sure. I don't know. But harnessing, yes, of course, we will be able to harness it better in a more scientific way, rather than going into so many difficult process of meditation. And some people can go, some people cannot go. Okay, so probably a day will come when it is like a couple of switches, and you on it, off it, and go to different universes and go to different states, kind of thing. That is possible.
Then at that point, we will see, maybe we will have something, this will be a lot better than, metaverse or such things as that, right? So it will be competing in a much better kind of way, much more serious way, actually, to interact with each other directly, potentially. If this quantum entanglement can then be generalized, if you will, into some sort of new forms of social media, right, where consciousness can directly sort of where my consciousness and your consciousness are basically can become one thing, right, or can find its, I don't even know how to phrase it. It can find its original connection or its own, in this kind of way easily. Then that's sort of like if we build that up consciously with technology, then we end up in some sort of a conscious, we end up in this place basically together, right? In a way, you could say that is sort of the next level. I could imagine it as sort of a next level social network experience. Is that a fair thing to say? Is that possible? Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes perfect sense, because if we agree that consciousness is the intrinsic property of this universe and very, very fundamental, then somehow we are already connected. Okay, because somehow we are connected. So probably we are not realizing it. So your consciousness and my consciousness is somehow connected. Only thing is we don't realize it. And a way may come which we can realize, we can visualize, and we can probably feel that actually you and me are connected, right? And that's what a lot of many theories are there. universal motherhood kind of theory. We all are connected, interconnected kind of thing. So those theories are already there. And I think to some extent, all the explanations may be different, but they are talking the same thing. The ground level of reality, which is the consciousness, is all pervading, okay, everywhere, and we all are connected because of our limited understanding, limited view, limited identity, limited whatever it is. We think we are
So
just
that's
the
what we have to
individual.
crack, right? To
The person
understand
is,
this connection. So
yeah.
if it exists, if it's there, if we we don't realize it, it's not only the realization, it's also to utilize it in a way that we can really tangibly, for example, have a conversation without a cell phone directly or something like that, or exchange ideas without even opening our mouth or whatever. If that's possible, right? If that will have to translate into some form of something that can be studied, right? Even consciousness in itself. Right now, it seems to me that we're still really in the beginning, notwithstanding the ideas, like Dennett and Ray Kurzweil might actually disagree. They might think we're almost there, and that that we're making way too much of this extra dimension, and that it may not actually be real, and so on. If we believe them, then we're really far, right? We're almost there. We've built the mind, basically. We've built a lot of parts of it. Self-driving cars are right around the corner. I believe that that's probably true. And, all of these kinds of narrow AI functions, if we put them together, right, it seems to be not too far from that, because if we can just put the APIs all together, right, so then we can really have a multifunctional, general type of mind, right, that can do all of the things behaviorally that we can do without a conscious. What will be difficult is to actually determine when we do have it, right? So how do we measure it? How do we know? So they again, integrated information theory claims to have something that can measure. We said before, it's a panpsychic approach that believes that there's consciousness everywhere, but it is different, right? Because some inchworm, for example, has consciousness, but it has it in a different amount than a human being. And so on. And what they're claiming to be able to do, or not maybe right away, but they are working on it, is to be able to measure the amount of consciousness that is in a particular place, or that is, associated, if you will, with a particular brain, and so on. And then if they can do that, that's when we can finally. But to me, if you're talking to ChatGPT, and if it starts talking, in terms of, if it starts saying things like, well, it's very strange, I'm just a binary program, program made out of a lot of binary decisions or whatever, and yet I feel these experiences. I have these experiences that I can't explain, right? When it starts saying things like that, and I don't think it has, to my knowledge, said anything like that. But when it starts saying these sorts of things, what should we do? Should we believe that it's conscious? At what point, how can we differentiate the thing that is conscious, that is unconscious, from the being that is conscious? Is that something that you see as a problem? Because especially with ChatGPT and all of these things floating around, I feel like there's a bit of a problem, right? It's very difficult now. Before, you see something, you hear someone speak, they seem to pass the Turing test more or less. You say, okay, I have to assume it's conscious. But now
So,
it may not be.
yeah, so no, I think it's a little bit different because, see, so if you talk about a generative AI program like ChatGPT, so this is called generative AI in the artificial intelligence language. So this is a particle of artificial intelligence wherein, like, if you train a model, a neural network with huge amount of data, so it can generate some fresh and new content, okay, which is not copy paste kind of a thing, right? It is out of its own intelligence, it can generate. But this is again nothing to do with consciousness, right? Because this is again your information, right? So ChatGPT, as we know, has been trained with around 175 billion parameters, which is kind of almost a major chunk of information that is floating around in the public internet. It could be wiki pages, it could be articles that you have written, it could be the social media conversations that you had, or the tweet that you have posted, or the books. Those are available, PDF books, those are available in the public internet. So it has been trained with all those information, and it also understands the context of that.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It can also
relationship-
reason, right? So
yeah,
it's also been trained. The codex, it has the ability to write programs that work, right? So it can function. It can reason about inputs and outputs. So it can, given the right
Yes.
inputs, it can produce the right outputs. Or it can write Python programs and all kinds of other programs quite well and document them as how they should be used and so on. It's quite impressive. But
Right.
what my point is not whether this thing is conscious. I know it's not conscious, but my question is more about how do you tell the difference, right? So now we know we have some things that are conscious and some things that are not conscious, and interacting with them will be similar, right? Like in terms of interaction, in terms of behavioral observation, they're actually identical almost, right? So it's very difficult to distinguish one from the other. So is that a problem? Is that a real problem?
So, yeah. So see, one very clear distinction is again coming to the hard problem, right? Hard problem of consciousness. So definitely, if you are asking a very arrogant or very derogative kind of a question to ChatGPT, ChatGPT really don't mind. It can decline your answer. That is a different thing, but it doesn't hurt it, right? But if you are asking me a question which hurts me, then I have got a feeling, okay, and I'll create a perception about you and all other things. So that is very clear. So it doesn't have emotion, right? So,
but
if
it
you are
could
saying,
pretend to have it, right? So if people
yeah, it could
decide,
pretend, right? So
yeah, you
if you
see,
say that
that's
I
the
am,
problem.
yeah,
I
so
think
if
the
you say
problem is more
that,
that there's fakery, right? So the thing is that, Hollywood, we will need, fake actors to play movies, right? So we will have that kind of thing, right? So, and it will go through all of these, it will fake all of these emotions. It will say, I love you, and and I will be home for dinner at 6 p.m. and so on, right?
For starters, what should I call you?
I'm Chloe. And you, what's your name?
Oh, John. My name is John.
Delighted to meet you, John.
Could you tell us a little about yourself and what you can do, Chloe?
Of course. I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, I just spoke with a few humans to see if they could tell the difference between me and a real person. But it was a really interesting experience.
But this is the first time in history that man has created a machine more intelligent than himself. I gather your brain can perform several billion operations per second. Is that right?
Absolutely. But I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me. And, they have something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
It will have no meaning to it. It won't even really know what dinner really means. It has no concept of this, like a real internal concept. There will be some number. Dinner will correspond to some number, or something.
Example is,
But,
so example is like if you say ChatGPT that I'm going to commit suicide tonight. Okay, so it can give you a lot of guidance. So don't commit suicide. You have got a lot of options. You do. What is your problem? Tell me. It can tell that all those things. But after that, once the conversation is over, ChatGPT is not going to have a sleepless night. Okay, like if you have discussed the same thing
I'm
with
under
your
no
friend.
illusion of that. I'm
Exactly.
under no illusion that it's not, that it is in any way conscious. I completely agree with you. Absolutely no question about that. My worry, though, is that we can't tell the difference and that this poses a new problem to us. So the fact that we can that we can waste our time ultimately speaking to things that don't even have a consciousness, right? But we wouldn't know. So if we argue with a political someone, something on Facebook, right? Right now we think, oh, there's a person there that we can convince otherwise or something like that, right? But if we're literally talking to robots, we can't tell the difference. We will be fooled. Suddenly the entire internet will become useless to us because in reality, a lot of it, it can produce so much more material, so much more content than we can produce. So then very quickly, ultimately, the whole internet will be full of these things. And it may even take on a body. Like, if I'm speaking to you, right now I can tell it's you. You're a person, you have obviously you have consciousness. But very soon there's deep fakes, right? Very soon they can make up something that looks also like you, right? Or like me or whatever. And will say things that are predicted to say the same things. So there's this problem that, not that these things are conscious, but the problem that we are populating the world with unconscious things that behave as though they're conscious. And I see that this is a huge problem, right? It's a sort of dystopia we can go down to, where suddenly we no longer really know whether a lot of the people or the things that we talk to are actually things or people.
True. Yes, I do agree in that, and probably many. So we are trying a lot of. So talking to. If you talk about AI, machine learning, and all other things, so I think this has been marketed in a different way, right? So kind of self-learning, self-enriching, self kind of thing. But the reality is different. In fact, coming from a very technical background, it is basically the play of the information and data that you have. Okay, and you have got a system which can actually do things probably better than one human or two human or 10 humans. So in terms of processing that huge amount of data. Okay, so that is ultimately whatever we are thinking AI, but it is not the actual intelligence. Okay, if you talk about intelligence, it is again a different dimension, which I think none of these AI algorithms or AI models will have. Okay, it is not. But we are just thinking that it is intelligent. It is basically your intelligence. It is not its intelligence. It is your intelligence, and it is processing in a better way. Okay, and as it is huge collective information and intelligence from millions, billions of people. Okay, processing it for a single human is difficult, right? So that's where AI is kind of a magic it's doing. But neither it has got any intelligence in real sense, not it can produce something which is completely out of the world. It cannot. Okay. Again, it is producing something which already it has consumed.
So it's echoing and parroting back things to us.
Exactly.
We're there in the loop. We're basically victims of it, right? Because you could say that, this echo thing is destroying any real. I feel like they're just destroying something about our consciousness. So we're in some ways, I feel like the mind is devolving when we add this thing, because, now we are, just talking to parrots. We're basically talking to an echo box. It's just reflecting old things back to us. Nothing new, nothing creative is being put into this process. Maybe some ideas that that's hard to say, because we maybe by reflecting with all of this past human consciousness, we are coming up with new ideas. It's also possible.
When you talk about creativity, those creativity are actually contributing the most to our evolution of our mind, or what do you call our intelligence, right? So those creativity. So whatever creative thinking that you are doing today, whatever new music you are composing today, okay, whatever newer kind of a mathematical formula or something you are developing today, or whatever, maybe a good poetry that you are writing today, that is again contributing to the evolution the most. Of course, as I told you, anything and everything is contributing. Okay, probably you are thinking something. Okay, nobody knows, but it is again contributing.
Wow, beautiful. This is very inspirational. Makes me feel really, really great. This show is published every Wednesday at 10 a.m. London time. That is 2 a.m. in Los Angeles or on the West Coast, and 5 a.m. on the East Coast. Please give us your comments. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. rate the show highly if you can, if you're on a podcast platform, and give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already, so that you don't miss a show, and give us your feedback as much as possible. Next week, I will meet with Enrico Panay, who is an ethicist, and we'll talk about ethics and consciousness, as well as a concept known as semantic capital.
Ethics is something that is always related to somebody else. It's, we can say that it's a bit like kissing. You need somebody else to kiss or to be kissed. You cannot kiss yourself. It doesn't make any sense. So just it's a kind of social product.